So if we go through what these petals are, materials I've talked about quite a lot, which is no toxic materials. Now place, and that's about the site. So that's often about whether you're making a site impermeable or not, and making sure that you work within a natural system, which we're very much doing in terms of the way that we're slowing down stormwater here. So every drop of water that we consume and slow down here is not going through contaminated land into the ocean. Equity is around accessibility for wheelchairs. So we built that wheelchair accessible ramp, which was actually very, very difficult. But that's part of it. And then also making sure that it's available to the public, that it's open for visitors, which we are. We're spending money on that. And also that we're a just organisation, so that we, we care about things like animal welfare, gender discrimination. Thanks, bro. Really appreciate that. And responsible procurement and things go into equity. You've got beauty, which is a pretty cool one. And I reckon when you look at all of our salvaged pirate treasure and some of our stuff and the carvings, that I think we've pretty much nailed beauty. I reckon this place is beautiful. We'll have to write an essay or something on that. Health and happiness is about indoor air quality, so we'll be testing that. Non-toxic cleaning products and interactions with nature through the building. So we'll probably have a bit of work to do that on the inside here, but this canopy actually lets sunlight through, so you'll get sunburned underneath it. But it means that we can grow plants inside, so we can pretty much turn this into a big hothouse full of strawberries, which I reckon would be good. Water, we talked about water. That's net zero water. It's self-sufficient entirely in terms of water systems. And, composting toilets, reconstructed wetland, doing the grey water, and, and harvesting the rainwater off this giant roof. So all of that goes into those big tanks so that we can feed our planters. And then energy, that's LED lighting, low draw appliances, and thermal design that we talked about, which is only really in here that it's been done, and then solar panels. And so once we get those solar panels and the Tesla battery in here, may well happen while I'm away. Will be awesome. If I can come back to that, I'll be stoked. But that'll be energy. So we have to generate 105% of the energy that we use over the course of a year. We won't get certified as a living building until we've been open for a year and we've started the monitoring. So it's one of those few monitoring standards, performance standards. It's completely based on proof of actually achieving something, not just a design idea. That's one of the things that sets it apart. And it's challenging. Those materials, for example, is very, very difficult to achieve without it just ballooning cost. But I think we will enable people to do it better with things like macrocarpa, things like pallet wood, things like the cable reel timber, and also open sourcing the designs so people can have the designs for this thing and replicate what we've built here and get all of the plans for free, which is going to save a huge amount of money.